agribusiness, agro-processing is going to be one of the #1 focuses. We pay lip service to giving support to farmers. We bring subsidized fertilizer, half of which gets smuggled to our neighboring countries anyway, and the real farmers who need the fertilizer don't get it. And so how do we use a system that identifies them and makes sure that if government is targeting them with subsidies or with any assistance, it goes to those who are actually the farmers and not to political party apparatchiki. So those are some of the things we need to look at, and that's why we're thinking of farmer service centers that have a catchment area that registers all the farmers, measures their farms, know what they're growing, and at the beginning of every farming season, if government has any support for them, we have mechanization services, tractors, fertilizer, all the agrochemicals that they need. And they just go to their farmer service center, they are registered there, we know their farmers, we know the acreages that they produce, and then they're able to get the support that they need. But over the years, we've left the value chain. Once the farmer produces, he is on his own. I know because I'm a farmer myself. Last year, my soya bean, people just came and told me how much they will buy it for, and it was not worth my while, because then, even though I broke even, it didn't give an incentive for me to be able to continue farming. And so I can imagine that for me, who is probably a medium-sized commercial farmer, one of the small-scale farmers. And so how we tie down the agribusiness and agro-processing, and so that we're adding value to the crops that the farmers are producing, is something that we need to look at. And that falls in line with industrialization. As you have said, you have been in that ministry before, trade and industry. So you know that we need as much as possible to industrialize, to create opportunities for our young people. Happily, Asia, with the increased prosperity, is becoming a high cost point for production. And so there are a lot of investors who are looking for new places where labor is relatively cheaper and they can make a better profit producing there. And so I've seen a lot of people, investors from Asia, who are looking for places to invest. Unfortunately, because of our economic crisis, and we've lost our prime position in terms of ease of doing business, you can see that a lot of them are choosing Cote d'Ivoire and Benin over us. And so as quickly as possible, we must turn things around and bring Ghana back as the favorite destination for investment. When I was president,